Hey y'all, welcome to 90 Day Fiancé Ain't No Way, where we discuss all things 90 Day from a melanated perspective. We're your hosts, Jamie
and Kamillah.
Now let's get into it.
Welcome back to the Ain't No Way podcast. Welcome back.
How are you?
I'm good. How was your weekend? Well, first, how are you? And then, how was your weekend?
I'm good, and my weekend was good. What about you?
Good. Weekend was good. Hot, but good.
Smoldering. Shoes melted
It
on
was,
concrete. Hot.
it was actually, it came out of nowhere and it felt very like, whoa. Like, what is all of that? But it's okay.
Yeah.
You know where else it was
Nope.
hot?
Thank you. You know what else is hot?
This episode,
This
okay? The
mess.
drama, the
The mess.
tension.
Mm-hmm.
The mess. It's hot, it's steamy, it's sticky. You
Oh,
don't want to go near it, but it's like it's smelling, it's everywhere. It's a lot.
mm,
Huh. I feel like we could begin with Ari and Bini, but
yeah. Um,
oh,
I think that works. I feel like they had no real drama.
not really. But
No.
when Bini said like I don't understand why we came here if
Why
she's
we
gonna
here?
complain so much, I felt that in my spirit. I was like,
Me
yeah.
too, and I agree completely,
No,
girl.
for real, because we could have been living it up in Ethiopia, but you chose to struggle in America. Like, I don't
No,
really, I'm confused.
seriously, and I feel like I feel like they had her parents help in Ethiopia, and now the parents not really wanting to help for real. So go back.
Right. I,
The,
hello?
the
I
parents
don't
was
get it.
taking care of them in Ethiopia because
Yeah.
nobody
And the
was working.
and the dollar went longer. Child, they had a
Yeah,
mansion, a nanny, everything.
literally a whole servant girl. She don't want to be. She don't want to be around wishing Mimi, so had to get out of there.
You might need to rethink that. You might need to get to apologizing.
No facts.
Even though you got wine thrown on you, you need to
Right.
apologize.
I'm
Okay.
sorry you felt like you had to throw one at me.
Right. Okay, so last time we saw them, they got to Jersey. Ari's upset that she has this gorgeous apartment anyone would die for, but she's mad because she can't afford it.
I literally
Uh,
tweeted these normal bills are stressing her out. It's
oh
nothing
yeah.
abnormal. Bills, rent. And she was like, yeah, but even if we do downgrade to one bedroom, we still have to pay Wi-Fi, cable, this and this. Yeah,
Yeah.
you
It's
yeah,
like I'm yeah.
yeah,
I don't understand.
yeah. Uh-oh, I think we're losing you, friend. This I hate Zoom.
Really?
Yeah, you were frozen.
Oh my god.
And while you're working at the frozen piece, you're also
Damn.
a little bit dark.
Damn.
So
Oh, I don't know if I could do anything about that. Hold on. Oh, this is
it's
really
okay.
this is
We're
a
just
whole
gonna keep rolling because it's giving natural. It's giving
Okay, okay, okay.
this is part of the process.
Okay, amen, amen, amen.
Yeah,
You know what? When we
we
have a
we can.
set
Mm-hmm.
and our own PAs, we can tell them the stories of us
Period.
struggling on Zoom.
Period.
Okay?
And, we can leave the raw uncut version for. I guess we should announce YouTube.
Yes. Just breaking Ari and Benny Yaka. Wait a second. We have a YouTube channel.
Yes, and we will be uploading the videos of us recording the podcast there. So,
Now you'll be able to see us and react with us. Not live, but sort of. You know.
yeah,
It's different. It's different. So it
yeah,
counts.
it's giving a little something, but yeah, we'll
It,
leave the raw uncut version on there, and then we'll
yeah.
have the more polished versions for the streaming platforms for y'all that's listening on the go.
Amen. Okay, so
Yeah.
back to Ari and Penny. Okay, so they're basically taking a day trip to the city. Benny has obviously never been to New York. He's very excited. Child, he hit the train. He was
Very.
like, "This is where I need to be."
It was
Just
him
on
and
the
the
train.
water fountain for me.
He was like everything was just fun and exciting. He loved it all. He was having a good time. And she was
He
like, "What
was.
you?" And then he, like you said, he was happy about the water fountain. And then she's like, "You never seen that? Like, wow, this is kind of cool." Um,
She sounded
then
super weird. I ain't like that. She was like, "Oh
she,
wow, that's so cool."
yeah,
It's like, girl, you didn't live in Ethiopia for how long? Have you seen a water fountain? Mm,
very true. Yeah, why are you acting like you all know that as if you
yeah.
ain't? Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. Um, so they go out for drinks or like, a little nightcap before they go back to Jersey. And Benny is just talking about how excited he is. He's like, I'm so
He
happy to be
assimilated
in.
quickly. It was a flipping on the train for me.
He knew exactly what to do. He knew about Showtime before anybody told him about Showtime,
Facts.
okay? Benny is he could do well. He's gonna be fine.
Yes, I agree.
um so he's just sharing how excited he is with Ari. And she's just like, well, I don't get to be excited because I'm the one who always takes care of the money. And I don't know how we're going to be able to pay for anything. And he wants to be an MMA fighter, and the training is expensive. And we just don't have any money. And then he was like, okay, but you're not you stopping me from daydreaming. Like, I
No
don't.
facts.
Like I'm just hoping out loud on
Just
what
putting
I.
some out there, yeah.
Okay, just a little manifestation, visualizing. Okay, I want to be in a ring. I want to be in the octagon or whatever the. No, it's the octagon. Where the people be tussling at.
Oh, I was about to say,
um,
don't you mean a square? But that's boxing.
no, I'm crying.
I know what you
But
mean now. Yeah.
okay.
Oh, we missed
Um,
the part. Before they made their way to New York, she drove him around Princeton, New Jersey. And she was just talking
oh, we
about how
surely did.
expensive it is, and oh, this is kind of led
I
led
completely
into the
blocked that out.
yeah,
Yes, but
that's
you're
what
absolutely
led
right.
into the conversation. Like, why is we even here, girl? If you saying we can't
Yes,
afford this,
yes, because she was driving around the most bougie part of Jersey, Princeton, but she went on like the most expensive block that she could find. Said, "Guess what? We can never afford
right?
all of this." And he was like, "You know what? One day I'm gonna buy you one of these houses." And she's like, "You got to be rich for that.
And the
You're a hater.
disrespect.
You're a hater."
But you know what?
Like,
That shut him up. He ain't say no more
he was,
after that.
yeah, he was like, "Okay, got it.
Okay.
Got a hater
Yeah.
among me. Okay, I see. I
Yes.
can't dream out loud too much. Got it. Got it." So yeah, road road trip around the rich neighborhood. Then she was basically calling the both of them broke. And then going around New York, flipping on the train, having a good time. He's prophesizing or like manifesting over dinner, like I'm gonna be an MMA fighter.
Yeah.
And she's like, "What? Whose money?" And then she's, "Well, why did we come
Yeah.
if we ain't got no money?"
Why did
Like
we
I'm
here?
very
Yeah.
confused.
But he was
And that was
also
pretty
yeah, he was also she okay, I watched the episode twice.
okay.
I first watched it on Discovery Plus.
Okay.
Then I watched it on like regular cable when it came on again so I could tweet. And
Hmm.
I don't know, I feel like the episodes was different because when they were sitting down having a drink or whatever, and
Hmm.
he was like, I like we should move here, and she was like, we can't even afford Princeton in New York. The rent is high,
Hmm.
and you just got here. Like, how you saying that? And he was
Yeah.
like, don't upset me. Like, we're having a good day. Like, chill out. Don't get mad. And she was like, what do
Hmm.
you mean? I brought you here. Did she not say that on TV?
I She did. She did.
Okay, I missed that on the TV, but I heard it on Discovery Plus. So I'm like, I'm like,
I feel like she said it.
that sounds a little colonizing to me.
I mean, but you already know how she get down. She was shocked that that he ain't never seen a water fountain in a country that she lived in. Like,
Yeah.
did you ever see a water fountain? Okay, then. So
Yeah. I don't think this gonna work. And I don't think I want it to work. Biniam deserves better. And did
I
it
think
wasn't?
Biniam is
Oh, go ahead.
no, I think Biniam's gonna do great. I think she should worry.
Yeah, I feel
But
like
she was
everything
saying
stressed her out. Everything.
this is her first time like having to pay a bill.
Yeah,
Like she's been like throughout
abroad
her whole
forever.
like throughout her whole 20s, and she had her parents taking care of her while she was abroad.
Yeah,
So the idea of playing house and like now I'm a wife and a mom and I gotta pay bills, like she's stressed.
yeah.
But get into it, girl. Join the rest of
You ain't
us.
got no choice.
Right. Um Next.
I feel like we can go Kara and Guillermo next.
Listen, they gonna stop putting disrespect on Guillermo's name, okay? Because he's ready to start cursing
No
people out
fact.
for calling him young.
Yeah.
They think like young and stupid, like Kara used to be. Like, no. First of all, if I'm so young and so shouldn't be here, isn't she the problem? She's the
Right.
one who
She
brought me
chose
here.
me. Right.
So how am I the issue? But whatever.
Right. Question her
Um,
decision making skills instead.
so correct me if I'm wrong, but the only scene we see with them is them going on a double date with her friends,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. And these are friends who are in a relationship. I'm pretty sure they're engaged and they've been together for a long time. And Kara, I'm pretty sure she warned Guillermo, like, oh, she's gonna ask you a lot of questions, like, what are your motives? Da, da, da. Everybody's been asking him that. So like okay, whatever. um, so they get to dinner, they're talking, asking about him, like, oh, like I don't really remember anything that happened other than the age thing. Like, you're so young. Like, how are you guys dealing with the maturity and that
Yeah.
and
It
this,
was
this, and that?
that was the main thing, and then they also the girlfriend. She asked like, what is something that Kara does that he doesn't like?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was like,
And he
yeah,
said
that drinking.
drinking. She need to cut that out.
Yeah, yeah. And then she was like, well, sometimes because he said every time she drinks, she blacks out, and that's kind of annoying to be around. Like, girl,
Very much
he,
so, especially when you're having to be the one to carry her
to
home.
babysit. Yeah, yeah. So he's like, sometimes I don't want to get like that. Sometimes I just want to be drunk and like have fun and enjoy how I'm feeling and where we're going. And her friends, I feel like they were being a little biased. Like if Kara said that her issue with Guillermo was that he be drinking too much, they would have been like, oh well, you need to change that and da 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 da, da, and they
I
would have had like a
agree. They would have
lot more to
found
say.
so much more to say. They would have went down the rabbit hole. If he get drunk, he get violent. He get violent. He gonna hit you. Blah blah blah. To all
Yeah,
the way would it got to send him back to the DR. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, they're like, oh, but Kara loves to go out. She loves to have fun. She likes to drink.
Girl, grow
And
up.
when you go to parties, you drink and blah blah blah. Yeah, sister's pushing 30.
Mind
Get it together.
right, mind you, he works in tourism. All he knows is party. He knows
Yeah,
party life like very, very well. And he can and so does and he can still reel it back.
yeah,
So I get his frustration. He's like, yeah, she's cool and all, but when she be drinking, it's a lot.
yeah. And it's not like he
And
said
then
something about her character or who she is.
right.
Just to drink
At least
it.
it's not her breath. Cause that's not
That's
always
not what I
straightforward.
meant, but
No, I
okay.
know what you mean.
Oh gosh.
No, but he could have said like, she can be really rude and condescending, or like
Yeah,
something really like the fact that his drink and be grateful that all he's mad at. Because you could be like Shade and Bilal, and them two don't like each other. So no tea, no shade. They do not like each other.
no, they
But
don't.
we'll get to them later. And then Kara's thing was the fact that Guillermo checks her phone,
They
right?
check each other phone. That was the other
Yes,
thing.
and yeah, no me gusta.
And
I don't like that.
Kara was saying that she went through his phone and found essentially a copy and paste text that he sent to
Oh,
some
the
other
moon
girl.
thing.
Yeah, that she thought was so sweet. Um, and what did he say he found in her phone? I
I
don't know.
mean, I don't know. I don't think he found anything. He said he always checks it when she's right there.
Yeah, and the friend was like, "Oh, so you want her to know you don't trust her?
It's like, ma'am,
You
what
don't
even
trust
is
me
your
either.
name?
If she going
Shut up.
if she going through
I'm
my
telling
phone, she don't trust me either. So we even."
I'm telling you, your friend got a drinking problem, and you talking to me over a text message. Like, girl,
No,
please leave
seriously.
me alone.
Ooh, and
I think
and go ahead.
no, I think we just had bigger fish to fry. You know, like
Much bigger
she
fish.
need to stop drinking.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's start there.
yeah,
But in the preview for next week's episode, they're going to the class reunion, and he's talking to her ex, and the ex is like, "Oh, we were madly in love." However, calm.
word.
mm, that's another story. But they
Because
were
his feelings,
madly
yes,
in love. But he went through her phone and saw that she was texting this other man and sounded like, based on the conversation, they had hooked up or something. And he said he like couldn't trust her or any other woman since. And Guillermo kind of gave her like the side eye, like,
it's like so you do need check-ins. Is
mm.
what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
Mm. See, everybody coming from Guillermo for being 23. She is chaotic.
very much so.
She's 23 in the mind. Like, I don't
If not younger, yeah.
know for real. But yeah, the checking phone things on either side, that's not the tea. Um, but this ex, I don't know. These feelings feel fresh
Yes,
to me.
yeah, I
I
agree.
don't know about Kara's feelings, but him, that wound is still open. It's still bleeding a little bit. Okay, he's hurt. He's upset by whatever she did. Oh my god. Huh. Ooh, I guess next we could go even Muhammad.
Yes, the the more I watch Muhammad, the slow way that he talks really is annoying me.
Pick it up. What are you trying to say right now? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's the New
Babe,
Yorker in me.
you can't be in here alone. Like, sir, why
Oh my god.
why'd you speak like that? What's going on? Why are you talking like that? I don't like that. I don't like that.
And I feel like we've seen other people from Egypt. I don't know if everybody was talking slow like this. I feel like it's just him.
No,
I think it's really just him.
it is. Like, literally I literally hate it. It's so annoying. But honestly, there was one scene with them is where the
Hmm.
plumber came to install the bidet for Muhammad. Um, and Eve let him in, the plumber in, and I guess
Hmm.
Muhammad was in the living room with Theron. So she shows the man back to the bathroom, and he putting it together. She like, here all this stuff, make sure it's in the box. They just chatting regular stuff, and Muhammad come back there and like, what's going on back here? Like,
Yeah, and it's like everybody is fully clothed. And what could be going on, sir?
Eve was genuinely very confused. Like, what do you mean?
No, she was like, "I'm sorry, this ain't my
the
bidet."
the plumber is installing a bidet for you, and he's just like, no, you can't be alone with strangers. Which he really meant you can't be alone with men that's strangers.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because of religion. Um,
Hmm.
women and men who are strange to each other not supposed to be left alone because I think they believe like that they just try to lessen the chance of any like temptation happening.
Yeah.
So don't be together, don't look at each other, don't talk to each other. And he was just like,
Hmm.
if you should have came and got me, basically. And she was like, I've been doing this by myself for 49 years, 48 years. Like,
Right. So excuse me for not knowing I need a check
no
in.
facts.
Like,
Yeah, and she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know all the rules. Like, I'm not a Muslim woman. Let me
yeah.
get my list." And he was like, "Yeah, do that. Keep
Yeah,
your
he's like,
list."
maybe you do need a list
Yeah,
because there's rules.
yeah,
And then I get that yes, he is a Muslim man and she's with a Muslim man, so she needs to get down with his preferences. But this is not that.
yeah,
Like she's doing you a favor, like she's trying to make you more comfortable, trying to make you more at home. I just feel like he could have gave her like a little warning, like, okay, cool, but just going forward,
yeah. I
here's how I
I
like to do
was I
things.
was with Eve until she was like, "This is America," and I was just like, "What does that have to do with it?" This we're talking
Right.
about religion, like
Right.
that doesn't make any
That's
sense,
just
sweetheart. But
that's such an that's such an American thing to do.
say this
But
is
he said
America.
this
Yeah,
or use that as an excuse for things because he was like, "Okay, I'm in America, but I'm still a foreign man. Like I'm still
right.
who I am.
Yeah,
So the location has changed. I'm still
that's
me.
it. Yeah.
And you still got to check in with me. So I
Period.
don't really okay.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And that was pretty much it for them. We just see a preview for next week where he's giving her ultimatum is me or the bikini, and she she's not liking it. She's not feeling it.
Yeah, and her little friends are not gonna help. No offense,
Her
they're
friends are
not.
gonna get her beat up. Is what's
They're
gonna
gonna get beat up and single, both,
happen.
cause it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, them friends. Those are the same friends that she was talking to about the time they had a grown up transaction for the first time. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's not.
Oh, and when he found out she told him that,
He's gonna flip a table. Okay,
yeah.
the bidet is gonna be the least of your problems. Like for real.
Yeah.
Oh man. Um.
Who do we have next?
Oh, can we please talk about Patrick and Thais?
Yes, I don't like Thais.
I'm sorry, but where was he supposed to? The floor steak? Floor steak? You want her to eat floor steak? Would you eat the floor steak? Just let me know if you would eat it. And
Um,
be honest. I know we ain't. I know they ain't got no home training. I know that.
well, I
But
wouldn't necessarily call it home training.
just
Come,
training.
coming, no, coming from where I come from, is impossible. You just drop it, you pick it up real quick. That's it. But on
It was
national
the way
television,
he did it.
it was he was nervous and he was trying to show out and he was drunk.
It
So
it was just
and it was
honestly,
mad aggressive after.
if he would have
Yeah,
dropped it and apologized, that would have been one thing. But
yeah.
he dropped it and said, "Suck it up. You're from Brazil." What?
You know a thing
Wait
about
a minute.
hungry
Whoa.
children.
Yeah, that I was like, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
he
So
was
we're
out
gonna
loud.
fight on the first day.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that yeah,
but let's take it a couple steps back.
yeah.
So
Sorry, it was really the floor steak that got me.
yes. This is morning number two. Thais arrived the night before,
Hmm.
and um, yeah. Did we see part of? I think we saw part of day one still.
When she first got in, she was just yeah, being nasty. Oh,
Yeah. But day two
that
was
was
the
pretty
main
much it.
thing. Um, they come out, get ready for breakfast. Thais already has a problem from the get go because John is drinking beer and playing video games at 9 a.m. And she was like,
Hmm.
only crazy people do that. And he was like, this. She was like, what is that? He was like, what do you mean, beer? Do you know what beer is? I said, oh Lord.
Here we
Clearly,
go.
clearly, Patrick ain't never let him come visit while he was down there or something. He is literally so uncultured
But even before then,
and
when
slightly
Patrick
xenophobic.
yes, when Patrick got up to make her breakfast, he was like, John was like, "You're making her breakfast. She should be making you breakfast."
Yeah,
John, John, please
20,
worry about the beer that
2021.
you know.
Yeah, This is a
Worry
new.
about the beer that replenishes you, all right? Just don't relax. Just relax. But
Yeah,
continue, sorry.
he is clearly a few isms or ists. Um, uh, so it was the thing about the beer. They kind of went back and forth. He was clearly a little drunk. But Patrick kind of diffused
Hmm.
that, like, "Oh, we're having breakfast. Let's eat as a family." Blah blah blah. So,
Bad idea.
Patrick is cooking eggs, and
Yes.
he cooks Thais's eggs, he cooks his own eggs, and then he gets ready to make John eggs. And this is where Thais had a problem because she was like, John can cook his own food, like, come sit down and eat with me. And Patrick is like a darn puppy dog, and he listens. And John was like, don't let her tell you what to do. You cook what you want, blah, blah, blah. And I think the
Hmm.
way Patrick mediated that was like, calm down. Oh, and then John said something about the steak, and he was like, "Yeah, let's cook the steak. We can all share. Thais, John's gonna cook a steak for us."
Oh
And
god.
it went downhill from there. I don't know what exactly was happening before John decided to flip the steak. I guess they were still arguing about the fact that,
She was she
uh,
was making fun of him. Is this when she started pretending she was choking? Yes, because she was making fun of him
oh, cause the
because she was trying
smoke.
to. Yeah, she was like, "It's burning." Like, I can't. Hello, choking.
Yeah,
Okay, so he tried to flip. He was like, "It's called flavor, right?" And then he
yeah,
tried to flip it and flipped it to the ground and said, "Eat it."
yeah. He
I just
picked it
couldn't.
up. And again, yeah, I told them to eat it. It's hungry children in the world, and
See,
yeah, and then they
so
just eventually got up and left.
I'm really not above floor steak. I'm really not. I'm
No,
not.
you rinse it off, put it back in the pan, and there you go.
And you make it do, but you not gonna tell me that
To
I
eat
should
it.
eat it because it's what I'm used to. Because I'm from a poor place? No,
And,
that's not
and
gonna work.
I agree with that. And I'm sorry, I'm not gonna eat it off the floor on national television.
Also, that. How do
Nah,
y'all clean in
I
here?
might have got down there and licked the steak juice off the floor if the camera crew wasn't there. But you are not finna have me. You are not finna have me acting a monkey on television. Ain't no way.
That's very fair.
Yeah,
That's fair. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. But this whole time, Patrick is barely saying a word. I almost forgot he was in the room.
yeah, quiet as a mouse. And then Thais got ready to leave, and he was like, she was like, come on, and he just got up and trotted behind her. That was the first half of their stuff, and then they go play mini golf, and this is where things got a little emotional. Patrick playing mini golf to try to rectify the situation, and things were
Hmm.
going well. They seemed to be having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Um, and I guess Thais just honestly she just got tired of playing and went inside. And this is where Patrick decided to confront John about what happened that morning and how
Hmm.
it made Thais feel uncomfortable and that they're all gonna have to adjust because this is new. Um, and Patrick was basically saying like Thais needs to like understand where John is coming from. If you like knew how people grew up, you'd have a greater understanding of why they are the way they are. He has a strong personality, but she'll learn to love him. I need to know what happened in their childhood.
We need a special because what was it? I'm sorry, but I'm not into the oppression Olympics. We all got our things. So I just, when we talk about my life ain't no crystal, we gonna need to get into details
Yeah,
because if like you don't want people to start comparing notes on how hard life is.
no,
Like,
yeah,
but I respect and I get that, you know,
yeah. I
like you already tweeted that he feels like he's losing his brother right now.
Yeah, that's what
So
I was about to say. He definitely is just having a hard time adjusting to it was them two for so long and now a woman is entering their space and is trying to take over and
yeah.
is occupying his brother's time. So while the brother might, I mean Patrick might have been up playing video games and drinking beer with him too in the morning. Now that's
Yeah, yeah.
different. So I'm sure he feels a little bit isolated, and um, fullness towards Thais.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, they'll adjust
Yeah,
hopefully.
yeah. Wait, why were you saying that you ain't like Thais though? What?
I just feel like she coming in too strong. This my house. John need to go. Blah blah blah.
Hmm.
It's John. Stay here. You just got here. This is
Yeah,
this. He live here. This is his house. So
that's
you
true.
need
And more importantly, this is the house that Patrick invited him to.
facts.
Patrick asked him to live with him because he was lonely and sad.
Yeah. So I feel
So
like I mean Patrick also needs to talk to Thais and be like, chill out.
yeah,
You're a little too hard on John. Like he's my brother. He live here. So calm
he just needs to stand up and get in the middle.
down.
Because right now he's letting
Stand
either
up.
one
Yeah.
take him whichever way he wants to go.
Yeah.
And obviously he gonna go with Thais because she got that whoa nah nah, okay? So he gonna go with that more often. But he's gonna go like wherever he feels like is right in the moment.
Yeah.
So he needs to just stand up in the
He's
middle
trying to
and
be as neutral
mediate.
as possible, but that ain't gonna last long.
This is not gonna last. They're gonna hurt each other. Okay.
Yeah,
Someone's
and I
gonna get
feel
cursed out very badly.
yeah, I feel like before this season's over, we're definitely gonna see um Thais asking him to ask John to leave.
Oh yeah. And I mean, is that necessary? It looks like a lot of house. I feel like we
No.
could make it work.
Yeah, I
They
agree.
just need to establish some rules, and Patrick needs to understand his role in the middle. That's all.
That's it.
Next, we have Jabri and Miona
Hmm.
and Mahala. Really, Miona and
I
Mahala
was
and
about to say, who
featuring
is that? Yeah, Mahala.
really Miona and Mahala featuring Jabri because it was really just the two of them.
Yeah,
And this was, I really don't like rooting for Miona for obvious false melanated reasons, you know?
yeah. I wouldn't call it rooting for her, but
You're right. Thank you. Thank
I
you.
just saw her point of view this time.
Yeah, I guess it's uncomfortable. Like, if I had to put it on a scorecard, I would have to be on her side. And I don't like that. I don't like being put in that position, but I am. And it
Yeah,
is what it is.
and I think Mahala, she's just going about this all wrong because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the only time she talks to Miona is when she wants her to do something. So she always disguises her
Ding, ding, ding.
wanting to do something with like meaningful conversation like, hey, how are you? I see you cleaned up the room. By the way, let me go teach you how to do laundry. It's always
Yeah.
not it's not a conversation for the sake of conversing. It's like,
Yes.
let me ease my
Oh,
way in, then I
you're
can
on the
tell you what
money tonight, friend. Hold on. That's
to
spot on.
yeah.
That is it. That's the problem.
Yeah, so that's why Miona feels like, what did she say, like, oh, people like the conversation is like fake, like,
It's fake. It's
yeah,
fake.
yeah. So we
Yeah.
see Mahala go into Miona's room, well, Miona and Jabri's room, and Miona informs us that while although Jabri should be out looking for a job, he went to the studio, like all Negroes that need jobs do. Um,
Crying. You right about that though.
um, yeah. So he's at the studio, and she's just kind of feeling lonely. Mahala comes in with a slick comment, say, "Oh, it looks like you've been cleaning," and she's just saying, "Yeah, like she's bored. She misses her family." And then Mahala asks questions about like how your parents feel, blah blah blah. She says they're sad, and then Mahala goes in for the dive and is like, "While I'm here, you want me to show you how to use a washing machine and dryer?" And they go down to the basement. I thought it was really interesting though that in Serbia the washing machines have temperatures. I agree with Muhammad
Yeah.
on that. I wouldn't know what to put it on. Crank it all the way up.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, that,
500
because
degrees.
we are clearly spoiled because we
Yeah,
get hot, warm, cold,
that's
delicate,
it. That's all you need.
and that's really. But yeah, going by temperature, it's kind of crazy. But Miona was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
please,
it's
I
basic.
got
Y'all are
this."
basic here. Yeah, I got this.
Yeah,
Like I could have figured that out without her help. But
he said I should have known by the freezer section that
no,
y'all spoiled.
seriously. So Mahala tells her like turn it this. You use special detergent. I don't know what kind of detergent that is, but the special kind. Um,
Mm.
and she was like, go ahead and load some stuff up. And it was like the first piece. The first piece that Miona took out, it looked like a long sleeve crop top that had like was strappy in the back or something. And Mahala
I
was like,
think it just had like a little circle situation in the front.
"Oh, okay." I thought it was like strappy, but
There's
it's
a
something.
party in the front.
Yeah, it's giving risque. Um,
It's giving it's giving Miami Nights. It's giving
yeah,
club. It's giving I'm
definitely club
outside.
attire, baddie Instagram girl attire. Fashion
Mm-hmm.
Nova, very much so. Um,
Very, very.
and Mahala,
She basically
Mahala's like,
said,
is this a bonnet? Is this something to tie your hair up?" And she's like, "No, this is a shirt." And she held it up, and she like, See,
Oh my
now
god.
that we're here, this is the perfect time to tell you when you in my house, you can't be wearing that kind of stuff because I got a husband, Ryan. Yeah, he be around here, and I don't appreciate you wearing that kind of stuff in front of my men. You really need to tone it down. And you seem like a very intelligent girl, but
Uh-huh.
your clothes overshadow that. And I don't care what kind of stuff you wear out, but
See?
in this house, no, it was somebody on Twitter, and they was like, Mahala has a lot of nerve for talking about how how Miona's clothes define her intelligence. Speaking because of what Jabri be wearing. Like what did I say about Jabri? Because he be having some wild combos too. So
Yeah.
let's not
He's the one
equate
who said he
clothes
was a jellyfish in a pond, child.
to intelligence.
So you're absolutely right about that.
Yeah, let's not go there,
Uh,
sis. But
yeah.
yes, she really goes in on Miona and how essentially she's better than the clothes she wear, and in my house there needs to be respect, which I mean I get. She has
She
she
has ground rules.
yeah, she has ground rules and it's her house, and I get the like
Mm.
being more conservative when you're in the house and around real adults, and somebody's
Mm-hmm.
husband is also like where's this coming from?
Right. I
Has
think
Ryan had a thing for a young hot girl before?
that's what I'm saying. Is Miona his type? He liked them looking melanated, looking like they got a little something. So maybe, he like a little. He likes flavor, as
Yes.
John would say. um, I think what annoyed me, because you started where she ended, because you said that Ryan is in the house and I don't want that around my husband. But she started off with the "you're better than the clothes you wear, you're a smart girl," and then, by the way, my husband also lives here. You should have just started off with that, because that's really what you
Yeah.
meant.
Yeah.
And I
I
could
don't
get
want
that
no
and
hot,
respect that
sexy
more.
baddie walking around my man. That's what she should have said.
I I could get and respect that more than you trying to say that I'm better than my crop top. Because
Yeah.
no, I'm not. I bought this crop top.
Facts.
I want to wear this crop
Yeah,
top.
and Miona
It's
was like, my clothes have nothing to do with who I am. It's just what I like to wear. And I'm not gonna
yeah.
change for nobody. Like I'll consider being more conservative, but that is that's it.
But
I'll
she
think
didn't even
about
like
it.
the tank top that she had on.
Yeah, that's what
It
I'm
was
like. She
it
could have
was
at
some
least
body language thing.
yeah, I don't know. I think I understand where Mahal is coming from, but she just went in, and when she already on rocky ground with that girl, like every conversation doesn't have to be a lecture. And
It
I'm
can't all
so
be
sick
criticism,
of
child.
Jabri saying this, but he's right. She just got here. Like get to know her, what she like to do, learn about her family. Like
Yeah.
just talk to her and stop trying to lecture her.
Yeah, because now you're just judging because she's not like you
Yeah.
instead of trying to get to
I'm like,
know, well,
Mahala
why
want
is
to
she
be a
dressed like
hot
that
girl
for the
low
gram?
key. She want to be.
It's giving jelly.
It's
She's jelly because
definitely giving jealous.
while you was in school in your 20s to get your therapist's degree, Miona's in the streets.
Right.
She's outside. And I think she's upset about
Yeah.
that. I think it's eating her up inside.
Yeah.
Just a little pause because I noticed a tweet. I noticed a reply
Wait,
for on
I
our
tweeted?
no, no, no. You tweeted
Oh.
something that I agree with, and then someone like kind of like dragged it and it took it too far. Basically, what we're saying right now that Mahala is giving a little jealous because, Miona's in her hot girl era right now. Like
Mm-hmm.
she's in her baddie. She's a fashion Nova girl right now. Okay,
Period.
but then someone said that yeah, Mahala's jealous because of her beauty and she'll never
Oh,
be able to live up to the beauty standards that Miona is living up to. Let's just pause for a second,
Miona
okay?
is transracial.
Miona is transracial. She is black on the gram whenever she feels like it.
Yeah.
Not even just black, like just racially ambiguous.
Yeah.
And you could guess black whenever she feels like it. But she's not like that in person.
Mm-mm.
So it's not beauty. We could say age. Let's say
Yeah.
age, but we're not going to talk about just beauty cuz if I mean they're both two light skinned women.
Yeah.
So far the scorecard is already not
Yeah. And
as bad as it could be or as difficult as it could be.
yeah,
Not bad, but
I definitely see ageism more than, well, I don't know who this was that tweeted, but watch yourself. Um, because Mahala is
not too
beautiful
much.
too.
Yeah. I really don't think it's beauty. I think it's age and I think she's jealous of
It's just a
her
different
being so
generation too.
yeah, yeah. She didn't get a baddie error. We could tell. We could tell Mahala didn't get her baddie error off. That does
Yeah.
not make her not beautiful. She
Right.
just wasn't out in the streets. That's all.
Yeah. And I mean, time she might have been, but times was different. When they had
Times was
Instagram,
different.
when they had Instagram, Fashion Nova, and all of that stuff back there, fashion and stuff was different. So
Right.
we don't know enough about
It's
Mahala for you to assume that.
we do know that she was on a nude beach. Miss Mouse was
With her mama,
outside
that sound better to me.
with her mama. Okay, so she was on her baddie behavior. It's just
Yeah.
different now, and maybe
Yeah.
she's just mad that she missed this era. But I don't think it has anything to do with Miona's beauty. I think it's just age. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Just age, and she's taking her son. That's it. But
That's
not.
that's really it. Yeah.
That's the real thing. Like that's the real issue. She could have looked. She could look like a sack of potatoes. But you taking my son away?
Yeah.
We gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
So the next scene we see with Jabri
This
and
is where it went
and
even
Maha
more downhill for
because the
Mahala.
mind games. I'm so happy that Jabri called it out because she was therapizing mad hard. Okay.
I agree with what Jabri told her, but again, he still has a little too much bass in his voice for me when you're speaking with your mother
I
and you
can't
live
fully
in her
support him
house.
either.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you talk like you live down the street and you don't. You live here.
Yeah,
So
in the basement. But
watch your mouth.
no, seriously, watch it. He's basically confronting his mom about like, hey, Miona told me you went through her laundry. It was
Mhm.
Mahala acting like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're
It's
talking about.
like, I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
you did.
you didn't pick through her laundry, but you definitely went through it. So yeah, he's
She was
confronting.
standing there to see what she could see. She's
No,
like, let me
exactly.
see something lacy, something with a cutout. I'm
That's
calling it out right now.
exactly what she was looking for. So at first she tried to act like she don't know what's going on, and then he said there's miscommunication, and so in some she's tells Jabri that like I'm just looking out for you, and like we're asking the hard questions to make sure you're making the right choice, and she doesn't think it's fair. This is why I was like,
Hmm.
she was like she doesn't think it's fair that Miona doesn't have to do any of the work if she can just show her body and thinks that things are gonna be done for her. I'm like, is she calling her a prostitute? Like, what is going
I think
on?
she's calling her a prostitute, a sugar baby, all kinds.
I'm
all
like,
kinds of things.
like, girl,
Where is this
what?
coming from? What are you actually
Like
mad
that
about
doesn't
right
make
now?
any sense. And yeah, and Jabri was just like he and oh Mahala was like this is all kind of fast. Like we're just trying to ask the questions because it's going like it's crazy. And he was like, I live a fast lifestyle. Like this is me slowing down. And then
Hmm.
there's him and Miona are still at odds about like where they're gonna live because he wants to stay and save money and she wants to hit the big city, whichever one.
Hmm.
Um, and he was like, now I'm like, I don't know if you're being OD and just doing way too much or if she's just making this up because she's ready to leave.
And
And
then Mahala was like, see, and another thing. What about that? It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Mahala, please.
Unfortunately,
Oh my god.
Miona did not make this scenario up, but she is
Right.
gunning to leave. Yes.
Yeah. This one unfortunately works in her favor.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mahala played
Because
right into her hand.
yeah, she dragged it. And what else was I gonna say? Oh, when she was talking to Jabri about like it's just a lot going on, it's moving too fast, then she was like, we're just trying to make sure that you're okay, and it's not fair for you to tell the people who care about you to like not do it.
You know
Let this boy
what?
fall. Let him
No,
fall.
I agree with what he was saying. Like, I'm grown. Like, I have to make my own mistakes. Like, you've raised me, you've taught me. I have those tools. Like, let me
Yeah.
figure things out on my own. However, she was also right. In that she said like, oh, when you like hurt yourself, you also hurt the people that love you. But I thought she was about to say, which would have made more sense, like when you fall down, look where you run back to. Look who have to pick you up. You fell down with COVID and
Mhm.
you ran back to my house. So like your choices
Mhm.
do influence me because if this doesn't work, first of all, you don't have no money right now. So I'm taking care of you and Miona. And if this doesn't
Mhm.
go right, you're gonna move back in with me. I'm gonna have to take care of you again. I don't know who signed the K1 paperwork. The parents? Who's sponsoring her? Like if this doesn't work,
Mm.
like
Yeah, I get
it's
it. It was just I think she was just like therapizing a little too much. It was like a therapy sandwich. Like she was trying to give him therapy, but then like also trying to sneak in like her real motives and then like a little therapy. But it's like, girl,
yeah, and I feel like that's one of the biggest issues with her and Jabri's relationship is also going to be the biggest issue between her and Miona. But it's like
yeah.
I don't know how long she's been a therapist, but for a long time, so it's just difficult for her to get out of her therapy bag and just be a mama.
Yeah, I
But
know.
honestly, the
I
thing she's asked, mm, I don't know
she's
if she's
not
necessarily wrong trying to figure me on out, but she's just going about it the wrong way.
she's it's just too direct. Or like it's too fake actually, as Mila
Yeah,
was saying. Like say what you need that you want her to do. Don't try and be nice and then like, oh, can we do this so that way I can ask you to do this?
yeah.
Just
I feel like she just
use
needs
her
to
for the things you
say,
want her to do.
"Hey, Miona, I'm so glad you're here. It's been great getting to know you. I do have a few questions, so can we just sit down and chat, and then like I won't bother you no more, like that."
Yeah, do one coffee session, she will give you all the answers that you're looking for. But
Yeah.
this whole trying to peek and prod and watching me do laundry so you can say, hi, that crop top, girl, that's
Hey,
tired. Don't do
that's the
that.
problem. Oh gosh, but
Yeah.
yeah, that was
But
it for
yeah,
that.
not too much Mahala slander. Not too much on that. Thank
Yeah, no,
you.
no.
That's all.
Thank you.
That's all. Oh Lord, I'm so exhausted by the way. We
Last
even say
but
nothing
not
yet.
least, we have Sir Bilal and Shida.
Yeah. This this was layered.
Yeah, you
There's not
know
a
what?
lot going on.
There was a lot, and I drew a conclusion.
Hmm.
Um, I don't like Bilal
Wait, I
or
want to know if
Shida,
our yes.
and Bilal is very petty. And I also concluded that they deserve each other.
Yes. Okay, I was gonna say I wonder if our theories are the same.
Yeah,
So I agree. I don't like either of them, but
Yes.
they're either going to be a couple that nobody likes because they're the worst to everybody and to each other, but like it works for them,
Yeah.
or they're going to realize that they're terrible and they need to separate. But either way, they're going to be like over here and they need to leave the rest of us alone because they're both terrible. They're
Yes.
both bad. Oh my God. Okay. So let's start from the top. Let's start from the car, rather.
They're on their way to
Um, th-
Juma.
yes, they're on their way to Juma,
No, can we
which
wait, wait, wait,
is,
wait, 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 wait. Can we go back? Did you hear
yes.
how Bilal pronounced latte?
No, wait, how do you
I
pronounce
think
it?
he told her he got her a latte, a latte.
That just pissed me off.
Something. It
That
was
just
something
pissed me.
weird because I was like, "What? You got her a
You know what?
what?"
I can completely see him saying laddie. I could see that. That just made me mad. I could see that though. Yeah.
I'm like, "What are you
Um.
saying?" But yeah, they're going to
So,
Juma
but before they even go to Juma, they're in the house. He
with the
went out
laddie.
to go get her laddie. Um, she is so scared to leave a drop anywhere because Bilal's a meticulous man, and she's
Yes.
saying that you're a little OCD-ish, and I feel like he's also said this, but he's
Yeah,
like, no, I'm not. I don't have that. Like, I'm not like that. But I was like, I swear I remember you saying that you are OCD-ish, but now
he
you're acting like
did
you're not.
before
Okay,
she
whatever.
came.
Right, but now he was acting like she's tripping for saying that, and I'm like, oh my god. So she's literally drinking this laddie in the sink because she don't want to spill it nowhere. I was like, girl, you are uncomfortable in
Yeah,
this home right now. Oh
this
my
is
god.
literally when your mom clean up and she tell you better not make a mess.
Yeah,
That's how
it's
it
like
felt.
how I'm make a mess if it's in the sink. Okay,
Yeah.
the mess goes in here. See, there you go. um, so they're drinking the laddie, getting ready to go to Juma, which is like Friday
Prayer.
prayer. Everybody comes together, hangs out. It's a community thing. It's a vibe. Pray together. It's a good time. Obviously, Shada don't know nobody for real, so she's
Yeah.
nervous.
And she's
This
nervous
is
because
when
she's gonna be meeting his ex-wife,
his ex-wife Shahida.
Shahida.
So, and everybody loves Shahida. Apparently,
Yeah.
she's well. Obviously, they just know her because she's been in the community longer. This ride to Juma was really just too much.
That's what I'm
Just
like.
too
How he going to prayer with such negative energy? He need to get that up off of him.
bad vibes. I
Yeah.
don't.
Don't take that in the mosque.
I don't even. I know she bopped him in the head. I know what she did it 3 times, but I don't know what happened before that. I forgot.
Hold on. Let me.
Like I'm trying to think what caused her to do it the first time.
Oh, they were talking about how nervous she was. I know. She was saying how nervous she
Thank you.
was, and he was like, "Oh, but I relate to you. Like I met your
Thank
family
you.
first and was nervous,
Thank you.
and then that's not what caused the bop. Then he started playing. He was like, "Oh," because she was talking about meeting Shahida, and he was like,
Mhm.
"Oh, you need to get the booger out your nose, and it has hair on it, and blah blah blah." He was playing, and
Yes.
then
Okay. Okay.
she
Okay.
popped him.
Okay. Thank you. I wasn't sure of the order. Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, friend. Okay. So there, she's nervous about going to meet the family, meet the crew, everybody. Um. Oh my god! I just lost my train of thought. Oh no! I lost my train of thought.
She's nervous about meeting everybody, the family, as well as like the mosque goers and everybody,
Yes,
and the
because this is the
ex
mosque he
wife.
grew up in.
Yeah, his mama mosque, daddy mosque, family mosque.
Hmm.
She's nervous about that. She's nervous about me and Shahida, and he jokes about the
Oh, okay.
oh oh.
Thank you. Sorry, I got it.
Okay, got
Okay,
it.
she was explaining why she's nervous. Then he
Hmm.
was trying to say like, "Oh, I relate," and she was like, "You don't relate.
You don't,
Actually,
cause I'm
you
here
came to
for real. You was on vacation.
you was here for play. I live here now.
Yeah.
My address is your address, so it's not the same
Yeah.
thing." And he got mad that she was like not really trying to feel the
He was like,
vibe,
I'm
like
trying to
in the
connect with you. I'm like,
right.
oh,
And Shada was like, all you need to do is say, I hear you
yeah.
and you got this. And I was like, okay. because sometimes you don't always need that relatability. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
cool. Then that's when they were talking about her being nervous. Oh, and the booger thing. This was mean. No, was it? Maybe it's just me.
No, it
But
was literally me and out of left field. I was like, what?
it, I was like, I'm sorry, do you like each other? Like, what's going on
I feel
here?
like he's the type of person that always has to have the last word. So,
Yeah. So he didn't like that she was like, you don't relate,
yeah.
actually. And
Yeah.
then he was like, you might want to get
Well,
that
you
little
got a
booger
booger
out your nose.
anyway.
Yeah, and then she was like, "You actually might want to get this," and then they started doing the same thing. Ain't nothing on neither of them. They're both fine. and
Childish.
and then she went in for the kill and boop, gave him a little, just a little three finger right to the middle, and he ain't like that.
Don't make me pull over. I'm pulling over.
He ain't like that too much. So the first time he was like, "Watch it, okay? We don't play like that around here."
Yeah.
And then the second time, she was like, "What are you talking about? Like it's not that big of a deal." Blah, 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 blah. And he was like,
See, I was
"Okay,
just like a light tap. See, and
yeah,
I'm
I
like,
do that with my brother-in-law all the time." And then she's like, "Okay, but I'm not them. Period."
ain't.
So you're not gonna do that to me, please and thank you. And then she did it a third time. No, the second time was when he was like, "If you do this again,
I'm gonna pull over.
I'm gonna pull over and let you out."
Yeah.
Okay. And then she was like, and did it again. He was like, "Oh, you thought I'd play?
Yeah.
Oh, you thought this was one of my pranks? It's not.
It's
I'm
not.
gonna pull over and let you out." Thankfully, he didn't actually do. I thought he did because when they stopped the car, I was like, "Wait a minute, where are they?" But it was a parking lot or a parking spot rather.
Yeah.
So this is when he really started showing his ass. There's no other way to describe it.
Yeah.
This was rude. Oh my god. So the first thing, he leaves her in the car and he don't
That's
say
when he goes
nothing.
to pick up the kids. Yeah.
So yes, he goes to pick up the kids to go to Juma, but he don't say nothing, and she doesn't know where she's at. So she's not. She had to use her context clues. So she look around. She's like, "Oh, okay, kids, school bus. I guess children. That's what we're doing right now." So the kids get in the car. Everything is awkward. Nobody's really talking like that. Um, they get to Juma, and he basically don't know her.
No, seriously.
This was.
He
I was
literally
like, Shade a
they pull
girl,
up. He tells her, "You can sit by my mama," and
and
he
that's
get
it.
out, and that's it.
Mind you, this is her opportunity to meet everybody close to him.
Yeah, everybody in one place, and he's walking around greeting people, and she
Say
just
what's up, yo, how your kids?
she is walking around looking like a lost puppy.
I felt bad. I was like, this ain't right.
It was super
Them three tabs
awkward.
they deserve all this.
No, no, they did not. Um, yeah, and she's already like a shy, skittish, weird.
Yeah,
She has anxiety, so like that didn't help. That didn't help at
yeah,
all.
and he knows
I would have
that.
just
So
went
like
and sat by the car.
in a
I wouldn't
car,
have been
yeah,
in there wandering around. He would have found me when he was getting ready to
yeah. As soon as prayer was over, I'd be like, all right, mom, I'll see you later.
go.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
stand by the car and cry because I'm embarrassed. Like that was too much. So he's talking to everybody and their mama, literally having a good time, trying to kiki. They
I
meet
feel
outside,
never
and
mind.
this is what?
Never mind.
Okay,
Never mind.
okay, okay. Um, so they go outside. They go by the tree. And then Shahida pops up.
Yeah.
Okay, she got on her hot pink. She got on her glasses. She is looking good. I'm like, you better go to Juma stepping,
I'm
okay? Period. But
dead.
we already know that Muslims don't play, okay?
Period.
Eid stepping and shitting on everybody, every single kid. Everybody looks so good. So she was looking good. She was saying hi. Listen, this was the quickest hi and bye. It was literally, "How was your flight? Okay, cool. We'll catch up another time and talk
Yeah.
about this dynamic
I
later
gotta
because
go
I
do
gotta go."
something. Yeah. It
Yeah.
was
So it
awkward.
was, yeah, it was awkward, but I think that's the intro Shada needed
Yeah.
after such an awkward prayer night. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
Bilal was just being raggedy.
Very much so.
Um, then they get back to the car. He starts telling her like we need to continue talking about like what was said, and she's like, I agree, but I feel like he blew it out of proportion. But we could talk about that later.
Yeah.
Um, they go. I think he drops her at the house before he drops the kids off
Petty.
to
That prayer did
to their
not
moms.
work on his spirit. Because
No,
why is he still acting up?
choosing chaos every single step. So you know
Exactly.
her her nerves was bad for the last like 3 to 4 hours. So she go downstairs to her yoga room, realign her
It's
chakras.
giving
Okay,
Cirque du
flip it.
Soleil.
It's giving flipping, dipping, all that. She could do all that, all that, all that. But she was like, I need to release some tension, shock, because that was too much. And I was like,
Stress.
that's real. Do what you got to do. They were supposed to go on date night. So she's getting dressed and like, she got her red lip on. She got her stuff on. She's ready to go. He gets to the house. He was like, yeah, I don't know if I feel like going anymore.
Petty.
Blah. Blah.
Petty.
Uh then he was explaining that he feels like she's a violent person. And what else did he say? He don't know if he could trust you, something like that.
A bunch of nothing. Um,
A bunch of hoopla, literally.
and we don't see them actually go on the date night, but he was like, oh, Shida was like, oh, now I feel bad because date night is canceled. And he was like, I didn't
Mhm.
say it was canceled.
It's
What
like,
did
but who
you say
want to
you
go
don't
out with
feel like?
you?
No facts. Who wants to go out with you pouting
Right. You got
like
bad
that?
vibes right now.
Yeah, that's
And
what
you just
I
yelled
think.
at me.
That's why I think they deserve each other for real. Because Shada came here, I feel like with a motive,
Hmm.
to have this glamorous life and be taken care of, and
Mm.
which is wrong.
Hmm.
And she ended up with a man who is low key controlling and wants to be flashy and take care of her. So she got what she want, but it got a little extra on it.
Yeah, the packaging, I don't know, the sundae came with a little too much. This ain't
Too
really the
much dip
sundae
on
she
the chip.
ordered. It's a little too extra, too many sprinkles. I don't know. It's a little too much
Uh,
going on
the
right
potato salad
now.
has raisins.
Yeah, something like that. It's like, okay, yes, this is what I asked for, but you
Yeah,
did something to it, you know?
yeah, yeah. It was a
Oh my
preview for
god.
next week for me where she was basically, I guess they were on a boat, and she was
Hmm.
saying like, oh, like I feel like I found the right person, like I'm happy, like things are going well. And she's like, what about you? And this man said he not sure, basically he not sure his soulmate exists.
See, Bilal, this is why I can't be on none of y'all sides. I can't be
Yeah,
on either one of your sides. Because you're
yeah,
both just, y'all be doing too much. And you're both wishy washy. I think you actually do deserve each other more than you know.
yeah.
Okay?
I
Trust.
I really don't like Shida, but I think, but by the end of the next episode, I'm gonna be on her side for lack of better position.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh oh. Wait, you froze again. What did you say? Oh no.
Ah,
Okay.
I just
You're
said
back.
luckily.
You're back now.
Okay. Oh, I just said reluctantly. We'll have to reluctantly be on Shada's side.
Oh, definitely. Very much. Barely. Mhm.
Yeah, very, very bad. Now it is time for the couldn't be me segment. We take one couple or scenario or person from the recent episode and say, yeah, nah, that could not be me.
Uh-huh.
What are you thinking?
Um, you know what? I'm gonna go with this week's most drama filled and go with Shida.
Okay.
I definitely think she was wrong. I mean, she didn't mean no. She was just playfully bopping him for the most
Yeah.
part until he was like, "Don't do that because don't do that." And then she was like, "Now I'm bopping you for real."
Yeah.
But he is driving on the highway, and she's like tried to grab his face and like turn his head. Like, girl, you can throw a
Mm-hmm.
wreck. Stop playing. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like me being who I am, when you
Mm-hmm.
act like that, I'ma really act like that times 100. So
Oh yeah.
I want to talk to him for the rest. I would have had the worst attitude during Juma. I would have went and in the car. I would have made people ask him like, "Is that your wife or
Mm-hmm.
fiance? What's wrong with her?"
Yeah, she's in the
I
corner.
Yeah,
What's
what's
going
going
on?
on? I would have really acted out.
Yeah.
So you know
Yeah.
not to play with me too,
Yeah. You
cause
want to act a
he
fool?
doing
I'm
too
act a
much.
clown. Okay.
He doing too much.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel you.
yeah. Who are you gonna go with?
Um, I'm gonna go with Patrick because you just need to stand up and get in the middle
Stand
and just
up.
embrace the fact that he's weak in the knees right now. Please stand up before he says something
Yeah,
that is gonna send her back to Brazil in 2 seconds.
yeah,
Okay, I just I just feel like he could have done a little. I understand he tried to damage control after golf. I get it, but I feel like in the moment, or at least beforehand, he'd been like, "Look, yo, bro, I'm gonna be cooking. I know you're not into that. I know you're not into men cooking for women, but I'm gonna be
yeah,
cooking. Okay, I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna be doing a couple of things, and I just need you to like not do that, please,
yeah. Cause if he keep going at the rate he already going, he may be off the season before it end.
because you're gonna say something crazy
Yeah,
because
they
it
may
was
put him off.
oh, like, oh, she's used to third world countries. Hello, what?
Sir,
That's
you
not
can't say that no more.
TLC is calling you. Yeah, this is cancelable behavior. Okay,
Yeah,
and TLC is on the line, and
and they
you
don't play
got
about
one more
that.
time.
And
You
they
got
don't play.
one more time. So yeah, that was mine. Like I just felt like Patrick could have done a little more damage control. I understand people say what they need to in the moment, but you could have prevented that just a tad bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, but also he can't let Thais run all over John either. Like
No,
John is John mouth is the problem. Um, but Thais also needs to get a grip that she moved
yeah,
into
he
their
needs.
house.
Yeah, she needs to respect the fact that he's not like there, like he's not a
He's not a
squatter.
guest. Yeah,
He's not a. This is where he lives, and
yeah,
this is where your man wants him to live.
yeah,
He's not robbing the place. You're not hostages. Like,
yeah. At
so
this
you
point,
need
you're
to
living
get.
with him. He's not living with y'all.
Yeah, yeah. So she definitely needs to get her attitude together. But that's why I'm saying Patrick needs to stand up in the middle and tell her, like, yo, like, I know he's a lot, but that's my brother and he's
Yeah,
not going anywhere.
and I'm with
So,
John. He needs a neutral party interpreter because I wouldn't. I wouldn't
yeah,
trust
because
Patrick either.
she's going to bust out that Portuguese every single time,
It was it
especially
was
since he
John
understands.
speaking Spanish.
Yeah, because he don't know.
I said, "Oh my god, stop
He
it!"
don't know. All he knows is it's south of the border,
That's
and
it. She
they
don't
don't speak
speak
English
English.
like that.
No English.
Oh,
That's it.
it gotta be Spanish. It can't
Yeah,
be nothing else. It can't be Creole. It can't be Port. No, no, it's Spanish. Okay.
Spanish.
Oh man, yeah. He needs to just get in the middle a little more. But that is it for this episode.
Mm,
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube
period.
at Ain't No Way Pod. And we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.